Good morning. Good morning. How are we doing today? How are we doing today? Let's go ahead and turn on the metronome. I have my Martin DX2E guitar, my metronome, which I use every day, and my tuning, my A440 tuning fork, and my, let's see, trusty Page capo, and which may be a different capo coming up. And let's see. Good morning. Good morning, Kevin. Quite a weekend, quite a ripper of a weekend. We got some we had just a pile of self-standing bass trap sound panels arrive this weekend and for the studio. So that will definitely help with creating little sort of office cubicles in the live space, in the live room. So that'll be kind of fun to kind of, you know, work around with this week and the coming weeks. How was your weekend, Kevin? I think it's just you and me right now. Kind of our lonesome little corner of the interwebs, huh? Hope you had a good weekend. We had two birthdays. My brother had a birthday, my pop had a birthday, and we spent good solid days with each, one day right after the next, full of birthdays and visits to the ice cream shop. I guess one visit to the ice cream shop. That's one visit a week's really all you need. So good morning, I'm Jason, and you've found your way to Jason Carey Guitar in the middle of the wild, wild interwebs. And this is just some old school approach to the guitar. Just to actually sit around and play the guitar instead of just sit around and talk about it. So if you think this is for you, just jump on in, grab your guitar. We'll go through of course we're in the middle of going through the tune-up process. If you've found your way here, you've found us in the middle of tuning. You kind of caught us tuning, and this is okay because this is all part of the program. So I think we're getting pretty close, and we're just about there. Here we go. Oh no. I know you've been closely sort of guarding that situation with your pop, and I'm just now seeing that message, and I'm really feel for you, man, dude. Nice guitar you got there, dude. Hey, I was looking for a link that I could ship, just to send you. And I don't know if these are, I think these links have been copied. Let me just see if I can I don't know if I can get these links out, if they would make sense. I don't purchase the, if you want a bit.ly link, I can send you I'm happy to send you a bit.ly link. It's just that it's not, it's not that great an experience, but I'll go ahead and send it anyway, and we'll get going. We're going to pray for our morning sentiment this morning. I'm going to pray for our fathers today, and I want to dedicate this session to our fathers. So here's a link to a bit link for the guitar. It's an affiliate link. This is an affiliate link, and I hope you enjoy the guitar if you decide to purchase. It's been my go-to rig for over a year now, and it's been a really great. It's been a great deal of fun to play it, and I'm thinking about play some Lamb of God. Oh hey, oh there you go. You know any altar bridge songs? Oh, you know what? I don't. Let me make a quick note of that because this will be a good thing for me to. What genre is it? What are we talking about? A Lamb of God. That's great, man. Let's go ahead and let me get this going, and then so it's altar bridge. Let's take a look at altar bridge, and come back again, and I'll go ahead and give it some listen. And also Lamb of God. I don't. I mean, I know a song called Lamb of God from the glory and praise days of the old Catholic Church where we were raised. Okay, altar to rock. You should play altar bridge. Blackbird. I'll definitely check it out. Yeah, I mean, you can take one look at me and you realize that I'm a child of alternate alt rock, you know what I mean? And it's basically, I play drums for a band called, is it Spite? I can't really see it. I only use a small, like a small viewport to do this. Jordy Garrett, Jordy, okay, so I want to just make a note about who's saying this stuff. You know what? The live stream actually posts to the, once these live streams are done, the live streams actually carry over to, what I do is I free release these to view on demand, okay? And you can go ahead and do that. Go back to the video for today. Today's like video 165 of the year. I'm going all year long, every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time for an hour. So now we're about 10 minutes in, and usually we're working on our breathing, we're working on tuning up, and I've determined that the guitar is what we call close enough for jazz, close enough for rock. And so I'll go ahead and proceed to get on with the game here this morning, which is, of course, to do a morning ritual for guitar growth. But before we do that, I wanted to say just a sentiment, and I always, many times, I encourage you to do your own sort of sentiment for this journey that we're on. So I play drums for a band called, I love it when you're talking about what you're actually doing. And if you're in a band right now, good, congratulations. That's such a great thing to be doing, and you're a torchbearer. You're a bearer of the musical fire. So thanks for doing that, and can't wait to go listen to what you guys are doing. Spite, maybe Spite, or Spite, yeah. And thanks for sharing that. Yeah, especially like great drummers are hard to come by too, aren't they? They're great drummers, like people who just put their heart and soul into it. I've met a handful in my life, who are like genuine drummers, really gifted and good at what they do, and just love what they do. And so what I like to do is set up a situation where I'm making a sentiment for the morning. There's or maybe some kind of an obligation. And today I want to, a couple weeks ago we found a nice cherry room, literally made out of cherry, and held the live stream there, and it was dedicated to Saint Mother Teresa. And today we're going to dedicate this session, the whole session, to observing observing the fathers in our lives, and hopefully they were good ones. Because nobody ever wakes up in the morning and says, I want to be a bad father when I grow up, But there are plenty of those around too, as we know. But hopefully we can just observe that this morning. Just want to be thankful for the fathers and the gift that they contributed to our lives, and then and all of the growing up and how we became shaped into our manhood because of the things they did or didn't do in our lives. So it's a beautiful thing. So we'll go ahead and focus on that fatherhood thing while we work through the remainder of our session. So let's go ahead and get started. Starting with fingers 2 and 3 and 10 and 12. Here we go. 1 E and a 2. You know what to do. A mix of alternative and jazz, kind of. Mark Tremonti does jazz on. Oh, Tremonti. Oh. Yeah, it just kind of gives you. I was talking. We were walking around yesterday with my wife, my beautiful, kind, and loving wife, who's just an amazing person. And I was talking about something. I was kind of making an offhand joke about, living my sheltered life, and really we're pretty well globalized and pretty, fairly well adjusted adults, but you just realize the more, we were talking about developing curriculum for school departments. Because we do a little bit of that too. We do a little bit of helping where the help is needed, and if anything needs help right now, it's education. So fingers 2 and 3 on 10 and 12. And here we go. And I said, I would do this, but you're only relying on my meager little existence, my sheltered life, and I thought to myself, she said something about to the effect, as we grow, it's like the more you know, the less you know, right? And it's that same old cliche that run into time and again, and that does translate to the guitar. You think once we get beyond a certain barrier, let's talk about it through the lens of the Voyager. So the Voyager's just made it through the outer heliosphere, over 15 billion miles away, and it just went through where the particulates or the particles of the sun, of the sun, which are exiting our galaxy, sort of just run into interstellar space, and there's a big wall there. It's like between 54,000 and 90,000 degrees Fahrenheit, apparently. And the Voyager was able to pass through that wall. Amen, Kevin. The Voyager was able to pass through that wall and not melt at those temperatures because there's not enough atmosphere there for the heat to actually transfer from thing to thing. There's some physics going on that I don't totally get. I think I understand most of it, but there's that point where we move from the known into the unknown, as there's that little wall, or that, there's like a vapor barrier in the walls of our homes, right? Sometimes it's not easy to pass through, but apparently these walls, when we move from the known to the unknown, such as we do in practice, there's always something else on the other side. There's always something new and exciting, and an entire library of knowledge to discover and plant a flag on. So we're in no worry. We're always going to be lifelong learners as guitarists, or whatever it is that we find our passions, dragging us one foot after the other through. So, thanks for being here. So fingers 2 and 4 on 9 and 12. And we're thinking about fathers today. We're thinking about, some of us are going to be thinking, oh, that son of a gun, I wish I'd never been born. I know that for a fact. And some of us are going to be thinking, like, the grace of that man who raised me is, and either way, I wanted to encourage us to just be sort of thankful and observant of the time that we have had and we're having with all of our family members, because that, I think we run the risk in large demographics and large pockets of our environments. We lose that person-to-person interaction around the dining table, right? The dining table is so important, and if I do miss your conversation in the live chat this morning a little bit, bring it back around, because all I'm seeing is scrolling by, and if I miss it, I do go back and check the live streams from time to time to see who's saying what, and I definitely appreciate you being here and contributing, and I do intend to get back to that. 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a classical gas. Fingers 1 and 2 and 3. Fingers 1 and 3. Getting a little bit of a stretch going. Y'all have a positive week. Jordy, thanks for stopping in, man. Or woman, or whatever, Jordy. Thanks, Jordy, for stopping in. I'm still learning how to not break the internet here. Oh, Lee Brutus, good morning, Lee. This is a warm-up. So if you're just tuning in, if you're just strolling by and you're just sort of stopping in, thank you, first of all. You're sort of catching us in our morning ritual for guitar growth. And if growing as a person and growing as a guitarist is interesting to you, I'm here every weekday morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern time. Every weekday morning. And that's hopefully, good Lord willing, of course, through the entire year of 2025. Yeah. And these are simply designed to wake up the fingers, to get us up out of bed, get us seated with a guitar, get us playing and moving around, talking this language, or sometimes this language, and then pairing that with this language over here, right? And so we're basically talking two separate languages to create one wholesome unit of sound. And so that's what pretty much primarily we're working on. We're working to position ourselves on the basis of which builds our breathing. So in through the nose and out through the mouth, all of that stuff. Definitely I don't overlook it. We definitely focus on it, but I don't get kind of weird about it. So you might appreciate that. So fingers 1 and 4 on 7 and 12. We'll go ahead and go now. 1E and a 2. I see Mark go. So if you stick around, Lee, we're going. I see your next comment. If you stick around, I'm going to talk us all the way through our well-patterned system. And if you would like to join us with your guitar, it's free every weekday morning. Hit the like button. Yeah, headbangers. What? You don't know could fill a warehouse. Oh man, that's crazy, isn't it? Finger exercises to improve your playing ability. Yeah. And sometimes we'll do these really cool finger roll-y kind of things, which I'm engaged with right now. And if you want to see anything broken down in greater detail so that you can in turn do those, just go ahead and drop it in the chat, and I'll slow it down and maybe rewind a little bit and do the J-Rock and get back to it. I wonder how many people caught that reference. Dejita, good morning. YJ. Oh, right. I'm self-taught by YouTube, but can play only Simple Man and nothing else matters. But I want to learn blues. Dude, you're in the right place, Lee. there's some really simple stuff here too, you know, I'm really glad to hear that. That really helps inform our path forward. So stick around for stuff like that. For now, we'll continue warming up. So we move through all of the 2-finger warm-ups, the 2-finger groupings, and then now, so we have these two, we have contiguous fingers that we move through. This is all warming up our fingers. And Marco said it best, you know, we're just doing this thing so that we can avoid all of the hurt and pain. Get it out of the way. Just carry the gear up into base camp so that we have all the gear when we need to go to Camp 4 and summit that peak, man. That's just what it's all about. So we have these contiguous fingers, non-contiguous fingers, you know, the fingers that aren't next to each other, 2 fingers. Then we did this grouping, you know, rock and roll forever, bruh. And then we were going to do 3-finger groups, and then we're going to do all of them. And then we're going to get through those. 1 E and 2, 10, 11, 12, fingers 2 and 3 and 4, go. And it's 4 attacks per beat, 60 beats per minute. And you know, it's some days we want to do this, some days we're just can't wait to get out of the rack and get down to the guitar and just get down to business. And other days it's like, I don't want anything to do this. Why do I even bother? My life's in shambles, man. It's like everything's going wrong all around me, man. I don't want to do any more. This is a waste of my time. And we're going to go through it together. We're here together. That's all what it's all about. It does happen. Shaky leg blues. Like, that's a good one. Yeah, good one, man. Tom, what's going on? That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Fingers 1 and 2 and 3 on 10, 11, and 12. But as we grow through, I just do this every morning at 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, and I'm just going through the 2-finger groupings. They're side by each, and sometimes we skip a finger, and then or 2 fingers. Then we go through all of the 3-finger groupings, and try to make a musical, joyful expression of sound. You know, just try to send that good, peel that great feel from the universe, and and then send it back out into the universe. You know, so you're just part of that cyclical sequence of goodness or karma or faith or whatever it is you call it. But just simple stuff. It's just simple stuff, and sometimes it gets to be pretty serious stuff, and we really focus on precision of tone, allowing no other string to ring except for that one note that's currently got the floor. And we're going back to fingers, let's go to 1 and 3 and 4, 9, 11, and 12, 1 E and a 2 and 4. Hey Sandra, good morning. Good morning, Sandra. How are you today? We have quite a gang here today. This live chat is turning out to be a very exciting place to be this morning. And I hope that you one day, if you're not joining us today with a guitar in hand, I hope that one day you will be. I'm here every weekday morning, as you know, 7:30 a.m. Eastern Time, walking us through the valleys of the lands of warm-ups, so that we might one day be able to climb that hill and look back at the valley below. It sounds like a Del McCoury song, doesn't it? So I'm using fingers 1 and 3 and 4, and I'm trying to, many times you'll see me looking away from the guitar or closing my eyes or staring off into the distance or defocusing my gaze a little bit. And that is done sort of by design. I do that sort of automatically now, but by design I've used to encourage my fingers 1 and 2 and 4 now, 9, 10, and 12. I'd like to encourage my fingers to find their own path. So if I stop using my eyesight, I can hear better, I can play better quality notes and pick better, attack the strings and with more surgical precision and definition and intention. And then also I can feel every time I switch one position on the guitar, I can feel the frets are like little speed bumps. And you can feel the speed bumps going under the tires, under the fingers. So you know, if you're driving carefully enough, you know when you're clear of the fret, right? I mean, if you're piloting your fret hand carefully enough, you don't really need your eyes to look at what's going on, because right now I know if I'm on position 4 right now or 5, I know that if I go up here, I'm on position number, roughly number 10, and then so 5. By doing this exercise, we start to remember, I can get down to position 1 and then back up to the place from whence I came, up to position number 8 without really thinking about it. I've indexed my forearm to that muscle memory, that large motor skill. I've indexed that so that I can roughly or precisely, hopefully one day, get to where I need to go based on feel. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to eliminate, I don't really need the sight to inform much of what I'm doing. Once in a while I'll have to just do a quick check about where I'm at. But we're done with the fingers 3, so let's go ahead and do fingers 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're starting on 9, 10, 11, and 12. 2, T, go. Thank you, Sandra. Thank you very kindly. Fiovaranti, good morning. Good morning, Fiovaranti. I don't know if I'm saying that name correctly, but I hope I'm close. I used to be afraid that an acoustic guitar didn't have enough volume for single note melodies. It totally does, though. Let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about volume and sound pressure level. So I used to think the same thing, like what if I'm ripping like a Bob Dylan song, right? And what if I wanted to, or a Tony Rice song? That's kind of less appropriate maybe. But if I'm talking about a Tony Rice, a Bob Dylan song, for example, and I'm just strumming away on chords, their 6 strings are active like on an open G chord. Then what happens if I start playing melody? It might feel like the rhythm and like a bunch of that chordal punch is sort of dropping out, like maybe taking the rug out from underneath the dancer's feet, right? You're one day, one moment you're dancing, and the next moment there's like no floor. It's like the bass player stopped playing, right? Well, where'd the groove go? It's that same thing. Let's do 60 beats per minute, that's why. grab that melody, pop it into your arrangement, even if you're playing an open mic, you know. And as long as you're still not breaking the rhythmic barriers, you know, you're not going through the rhythmic sort of like heliosphere and leaving us behind, the listeners behind, you're still sticking to the form of the song, you know. So there's plenty of single note room there for us to really explore and really highly develop. So let's go ahead and use fingers. Let's jump right back into the warm-up, if you don't mind. So 9, 10, 11, and 13. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3. Fingers 1, 2, 3, and 4 on 9, 10, 11, 12, 9, 10, 11, and 14, 13. There we go. 1, 2, 3, done. Why am I doing triplets? Let's go ahead and change this to 4 attacks per beat. Right there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, or 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. If you're in the, you know, from India, you're probably counting 1, 2, 1, 2 instead of 1, 2, 3, 4. If you're playing a raga or a raga, you're probably using groups of 2s and groups of 3s to count your way through things. But we'll go ahead and use 4 attacks per beat. We'll get used to counting 4 today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, T4, 1, 2, T4, T4, 1, 2, T4. Keep the syllables short, the syllabic approach short. 1, 2, T4, 1, 2, T4. If I'm saying 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm never going to, if I'm trying to frame to pronounce that each syllable correctly, if I'm going to frame to pronounce each syllable correctly, it's never going to work. I'll never keep up. So I've got to keep those syllables I'm trying to say out. Oh, saying these things out loud, by the way, is essential. Yeah. So 1, 2, T4, 1, 2. You can pretend to say it internally, but that never works. So it's best to just say it out loud, say and play. Get used to say and play, talk and play, you know, all of that stuff. So that's great stuff. Sorry if I'm missing some of these chats, but keep it going, keep it going. It's great to hear. I'm going to connect here with you in just a little bit. Let's do fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 again. But we'll start with, you know, fingers 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On 9, 10, 11, and 12, this time what we're going to do, instead of keep all these grouped here and stretch the 4th finger, we're going to keep all these grouped here and stretch the 1st finger. We're doing the guild kickstand. So 1 E and 2, 8, 10, 11, and 12. Yes, it works as long as you keep it in context with what you are doing. Yeah, context is king, you know. That's probably another t-shirt, right? Context is king. Or queen, whatever you prefer, you know, whatever you prefer. If I don't quit changing, I'll be right in my will. Yeah. There you go. Hey, John Carey, good morning. Happy belated birthday. Here's a songwriter right there. And then YJ Vegeta. I have to head out the door soon, but I'll hit you again. Oh, definitely come by again. Grab your guitar this time. Yeah, pull in with a guitar in hand. I've been playing since plus or minus 2001, and I'm learning from you. Oh man, oh thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's a great testimonial to hear. So we're just doing some really slow but precise finger workouts along with breathing. You know, we want to be sure we're breathing. So sometimes I'll play 5s, but right right now we're done with the 4-finger group, so this is really easy. It's something we can all just kind of do together. We'll get a finger stretches going. So we've got the straight elbows going, and we're going to stretch for 4 bars here. 1, 2, 3, 4 bar. 2, 2, 3. Breathing in and out. 3. See you, Sandra. Have a good one. 3, 4, and then 4, 2, 3, 4. All right, here we go. And T4 and measure 2. Same thing. Straight back. Straighten out that back. Good posture. Good quality breath makes a big difference. Breathing in all of that goodness and then breathing out all of that old muscle energy. Get rid of that. Bring in some new stuff. Bring in that new freshness. Rock lyric philosophy. I love that approach. Marco, I haven't actually checked out your channel for a while. Do you have any have you been working on anything new? Anything like new and interesting that might be kind of fun for us to learn about? Just doing the old cactus arms and just get these forward rotations and reverse rotations. Keep those shoulders opened up. I'm just basically trying to counter just being a chimpanzee for an hour. You know, that's all I'm doing. I like to do this every 15 minutes. So basically the top of the hour. We're going to go until Richmond Holly, good morning. We're going until the bottom of the hour, so you still have time. You still have time to grab your guitar and join us. Yes, you do. What are we doing? Oh, speed drills today, so stick around. We've got some speed drills coming up. You're gonna love these. So we'll go through that in a little bit on every string. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the old, the old 1, 2, 3, 4 diagonal pattern. And let me just explain this. If you're new here, you're just catching up. You're just catching me in the middle of my morning ritual for guitar growth. And we're at the place where we're starting with, instead of using 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3 on every string, we're just going to do something like this. 1, 2, 3. We're going to spread that out upon the string set. When we get to the top, we invert the shape, and then when we get back to the bottom, we are going to descend 1 position. So maybe double tap the screen or something. Maybe you can double tap your screen and like this video. That would be cool. Down, up, down. This is tremendously difficult at first. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go down 1 position, do 4, 3, 2, 1. And then invert that 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, and descend to 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Then we descend a position and do 4, 3, 2, 1. And 4, 3, 2, 1 again, reverse or inverted or reciprocal. 2 attacks per beat is fine. 1 attack per beat is fine. I remember when I first started learning this, using the metronome was not even an option. I remember it being like, okay, I just have to get each finger to do what I want it to do. I don't know if you remember those days or not. Maybe you're in those days right now. Maybe you're living those days right now. So I'm just thinking, oh man, my 4th finger needs to come off the guitar. Oh, but my third finger comes with it. Oh. So I've got to go slowly enough so that I can remove only my fourth finger, and on top of that, the fourth finger is only coming between 1/8 to 1/4 of an inch or 3 millimeters off of the guitar string, right? So it's staying right there. It's not going like this, you know, hopefully. It probably is, but hopefully we can keep it coming, you know, we can retain its services. So if I give my fourth finger, my pinky finger, $1,500 to be there for me when I need it, it better be there. You know what I mean? So that's what we're trying to do, and then we come back up, and of course we're using 1 E and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. We could use 3 notes per beat. 1, 2, T, 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 1. Attacks per beat, 4 middle strings. We could use 5 attacks per beat, or groupings of 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. We could use groups of 6, right, coming up. But we're building up to these things, right? Let's go ahead and just do 4s. I want to get back into reading a few of these. Gotta go myself. Okay, Sandra, see, I think you're coming on. Hopefully we see you again. I'm learning Casey Jones. Oh yeah. What chord does that start on? My low battery, I guess my phone was just like half plugged in. So I do this all on my cell phone in the morning, my mobile phone. So this is just super easy, super low barrier for entry for me. Otherwise, I would never videotape this. And you know, maybe it's good for the world, maybe it's not good for the world. It's what's happening though. You know, good Lord willing, of course, it's all up to the big guy. Maybe today's not. I was talking about speed drills today, but we're still thinking about fathers today, and what they have brought in, what they bring, what they have brought into, what they've given us, how they impact our lives, for better or worse, some of us. And but we're really working on just being thankful and practicing gratitude. So I think the last bit of this session, I'm going to try to spend it in sort of a kind of a meditation, like how would I celebrate that sentiment on my guitar? And I'm going to pick just a couple of things. I'm going to do a few constraints. I'm going to start with a key that's in major. So I'll pick like A for some reason, for whatever reason, and that I know that I want it to go off into some sort of a minor pattern, right? To kind of give it some balance. And then, so that will likely be the 6 or the 3 minor, you know. Maybe it's just back and forth between the 6 and the 3 minor. And then the 4 and the 5 chords. And I think that's really all we need, but I'm going to use some of the chord chemistry, some of Mr. Green's chords from chord chemistry to really start making this happen, all right? I'm just going to borrow some things. So if you're not familiar with what I'm doing with chord chemistry, you can go ahead here at Jason Carey Guitar and search for the chord chemistry play under the playlists tab. There are several tens upon tens of videos walking through the Ted Green's chord chemistry book. I'm walking through it together. It's a major undertaking for me, and I think about it like if it's this significant an undertaking for me to just walk through it on the internet, I'm thinking like what Mr. Green was just like. He left us a gem. So if you haven't yet seen that series, I would recommend starting on video number 1, fairly popular video on my channel, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. But here are some of those chords. I'm going to fingerstyle a little bit. So I'm going to start with just a really simple forward roll, fingerstyle forward roll. G minor. Oh, you thinking G minor? Oh, a little like. Can you play some jazz? I can. Greetings. G minor. Okay, Casey Jones. Simple C, F, D chords, but Bob Weir rhythm guitar. Ain't that simple. Give it a listen. Yeah. C. Driving the train. Let me just get this back into 60 beats per minute. Maybe we'll end up in like C, you know. But I'm still thinking about while I'm working through this stuff. Yeah, I'm thinking a lot of different things right now, but let's do a couple of things here. Driving that train on Spokane, Casey Jones, you better watch your speed. Trouble ahead, trouble behind. Casey Jones, you better. No, something. shape. And then we'd have to go from the C up here maybe to the C down here, and then to the F. So C down here, or C up here, to get that 6 on the top, and then that C down here to get that 9 on the top, and then that F, then with the thumb down here. And then I have to resolve the C, I guess. What a great tune that is, man. Wow. Yeah, so we could start with, I'm going to start just working on being the observance of the Father. You're more than welcome to hang out. I've got 5 minutes left for this warm-up, and I'm just going to warm up my improvisation mind. I'm just going to work on an idea. You're more than welcome to hang out here with me and observe this, but I'm probably not going to talk a whole lot. Turat, yeah, great. Thanks for being here, and I appreciate you. Appreciate you being here from Cambodia. That's a beautiful thing. So I'm thinking D. I'm going to drop the D for some reason. Just it feels like it's a drop D. You know how Willie Nelson calls it a Bloody Mary morning. It feels like a drop D morning for me here. And then the other thing with a drop D, if we wanted to do like a D open D6-9, it's just all open strings. I know Kevin, maybe if you're still here, you're kind of digging on this. So, and John, if you're still here, you're digging on this. So it's just drop D. We got that, you know, I'm going to California thing going on here. Just kind of and you know this pattern. Do you know this pattern? So let me take it one note at a time. So it's thumb, index, thumb, middle, back to the low thumb, back to middle ring finger, and then high thumb, back to middle finger. So low thumb, index, and then high thumb, middle, low thumb, ring, high thumb, middle. So it's kind of this index, middle, ring, middle. So I'm just working the D6-9. Pentatonic sounds. It's literally the D major pentatonic scale, right? So wherever there's a 6 and a 9, if 6 were 9, let's see if we can find more of those up here. having some fun with it, that's all. All right, until tomorrow, man. We'll see you guys soon. Weeping Willow on guitar. Very cool stuff. I'm just going to keep kind of hanging out for a minute, just because it's I feel like maybe I'm on to something. But Kevin, best of luck to you, and have a good day. And we'll be thinking about all of you guitar people out there, especially those dads out there. All right. Mr. McWenna, Mr. McWerner, how are you today? I'm just fooling around. I'm trying to get through a sort of just a little idea I had in Dadgad, and I just realized that my middle finger is broken, so I can't grab. I haven't been able to grab. It's not an excuse, but I can't grab a lot of the ideas that are sort of in there. That so I'm having to try to reroute some of the fingers away from the middle finger, which I'd expect to make a tone, but it doesn't really make a tone. So it's a little bit of a chore, but that's okay. I'm just going to be here for another couple minutes. I really am enjoying this right now. Oh, Never Going Back by Fleetwood Mac. That's a good one. See, what's happening is I'm trying to grab notes with my middle finger. If you're a finger stylist and you use fingernails, when you break a middle fingernail, or any fingernail for that matter, man, it's like game over, dude. The tone is just, it's so soft and silent. So maybe I just play super quiet, I guess. Let's see what we got. I don't know if you can even hear this anymore. Nothing with that right hand. Damn it. There's a lot of stuff in there going on, but I'm just gonna brute force the fingerstyle here and see what I can. I'm just gonna get it with my middle fingers, and if the notes aren't there, they're just not there. But this is basically an observance to our fathers today. That's what it is. That was the sentiment. Is that little note there. where I've got to go. Something else. So yeah, that might work. That's what we need to get back to, is that little major pentatonic kicker to drop that D. Maybe something like that. And then the lick to get back. That's about it for me today. No, I appreciate you hanging around. Anyway, happy picking, and maybe we'll see you again tomorrow. Until we meet again, happy picking. There we go.